Ever feel like your energy gauge is permanently stuck on low? Like you're wading through treacle just to get through the day, while everyone else seems to have a secret battery pack you missed out on? You're definitely not alone. Millions of people are dealing with constant fatigue, a drain that messes with everything: work, relationships, even just enjoying life. But what if the key to unlocking boundless all-day energy wasn't some mythical potion, but actually a series of practical steps we can all understand? Imagine this. What if I told you that brand new scientific discoveries, the kind we're calling 2025's fatigue killer breakthroughs, are completely changing how we think about energy? What if the secret to all-day vitality is already inside your own cells, and waking it up is easier than you think? Forget the roller coaster of caffeine highs and sugar crashes. We're talking about a real shift in how your body makes and keeps its energy. Stick with me, because we're about to show you how to use these insights to finally beat fatigue. Fatigue isn't just about feeling a bit sleepy, is it? It's this deep exhaustion that can hijack your focus, squash your motivation, and leave you feeling like a ghost of your usual self. For some folks, it's a daily battle against brain fog and feeling physically wiped out, making even simple things feel like climbing a mountain. Conditions like myalgic encephalomyelitis, chronic fatigue syndrome, or ME/CFS, are at the extreme end, where this crushing fatigue is just a constant. But even if you don't have a diagnosed condition, feeling chronically low on energy is a super common complaint in today's world. We've all been looking for answers, right? Often we grab for those quick fixes that just cover up the symptoms. Another coffee, an energy drink, a sugary snack. Sure, they might give you a temporary boost, but then comes the crash, and you feel even more drained. The truth is, real lasting energy doesn't come from something outside of you. It's made inside. And science is now pointing us right to the core of that internal powerhouse: our cells. It's becoming clear that to really tackle fatigue, we need to go deeper, right down to the cellular level, and fix what's causing the energy drain in the first place. This isn't just about symptom management, it's about truly upgrading your body's energy system. So, one of the most exciting fatigue killer discoveries we're seeing for 2025 is all about a process your body already knows how to do: cellular cleanup, or as scientists call it, autophagy. Think of autophagy as your cell's built-in recycling and deep cleaning team. Over time, our cells collect junk-damaged proteins, bits that aren't working right, and old worn-out parts. If this cellular gunk isn't cleared out properly, it can slow down how well your cells work, sap your energy, and even lead to inflammation. Autophagy is the amazing process that breaks down this waste, recycles what it can, and keeps your cells humming along efficiently. When autophagy is on its game, your cells are cleaner, healthier, and way better at making energy. So how does this connect to having energy all day? Well, when autophagy isn't working well, it's been linked to fatigue and conditions like ME/CFS. If your cellular cleanup crew is sluggish, your cells can get clogged and inefficient, and that directly hits their ability to produce the power you need. The exciting news, looking towards 2025, is that we're learning more and more about how we can actually support and boost this natural process. One really interesting area of research is looking at compounds like rapamycin. Now, rapamycin is a drug that was first used for other things, but it's showing some real promise in clinical trials for its ability to kickstart autophagy. Early results from trials with ME/CFS patients suggest that by beefing up this cellular cleanup, rapamycin might help improve energy production and lessen symptoms like fatigue and brain fog. Of course, rapamycin is a prescription medication, and using it for fatigue is still being researched, but the idea it highlights is huge. Helping your body's natural cleanup systems can be a really powerful way to fight fatigue. Researchers are seeing that when autophagy is working better, people can experience big improvements in their fatigue levels, sleep better, and just feel better overall. It really shows how vital it is to keep our cellular environment sparkling clean for top-notch energy. Beyond just cleaning up, another key part of the 2025 energy revolution is a much deeper focus on our cellular power plants, the mitochondria. These tiny dynamos inside your cells are responsible for making adenosine triphosphate, or ATP. That's the main energy currency your body uses for, well, pretty much everything it does. Think of ATP as the actual fuel that powers your engine. If your mitochondria aren't making enough ATP, or they're not making it efficiently, you're going to feel tired no matter how much you sleep or how many coffees you down. The research buzzing in 2025 is heavily focused on therapies designed to restore and boost cellular energy by directly targeting ATP production. Studies have shown that people with conditions like ME/CFS often have mitochondria that aren't working as hard, which means lower ATP levels, and that really deep fatigue that comes with the illness. So strategies that can get those mitochondria working better and pump up ATP levels are now front and center in fatigue research. Scientists are exploring some cool ATP-based treatments designed to really supercharge energy at the cellular level. This isn't just about throwing more raw fuel in, it's about making the whole energy production line within the mitochondria work better. This means making sure mitochondria have all the nutrients and support they need to perform at their best. For instance, coenzyme Q10, CoQ10, is absolutely essential for the electron transport chain, a critical part of making ATP, so keeping those CoQ10 levels up is important for energy. In the same way, NAD+ is another vital coenzyme for making energy in the mitochondria and keeping cells resilient. As we get older, or if we have certain health issues, both CoQ10 and NAD+ levels can drop, which can really slow down our mitochondria. The really exciting thing here is that by zeroing in on the health and efficiency of our mitochondria and making sure they can churn out plenty of ATP, we can build a really solid base for lasting all-day energy. It's about making sure your cellular engines aren't just running but are absolutely firing on all cylinders. Okay, understanding the science is one thing, but how do we actually use these 2025 fatigue killer discoveries in our everyday lives? The great news is that a lot of the things that help with cellular cleanup and boost mitochondrial function are things we can do through smart lifestyle choices. These aren't magic pills, but they are sustainable habits that build up your energy reserves for the long haul. First up, let's talk optimizing sleep hygiene. Sleep is prime time for your body to do a lot of its repair and cleanup work, including autophagy. Try to stick to a regular sleep schedule, even on weekends. I know it's tough. Make your bedroom a real sanctuary for rest, dark, cool, and quiet. And super important, try to cut down on screen time and things like caffeine too close to bedtime. Good quality sleep isn't a treat. It's absolutely essential for your cells and your energy. Next, pacing and activity management. This is a big one, especially if you're really struggling with fatigue. Pacing just means balancing your activity with rest so you don't hit that energy wall. Instead of trying to power through when you're exhausted, learn to really listen to what your body is telling you. Gentle, consistent movement is often way better than intense bursts of activity that just leave you wiped out. Think low-impact stuff like stretching, yoga, or even short walks. They can be incredibly helpful. The aim is to give your cells a little nudge without totally overwhelming them. Then there's nutrition for energy. What you eat is literally the fuel for your mitochondria and can either help or hinder that cellular cleanup. Aim for a balanced diet. Think complex carbs, lean proteins, and healthy fats. These give your cells the building blocks and sustained energy they need. Don't forget hydration either. Even being a little dehydrated can make fatigue feel worse. Try to cut back on processed foods, too much sugar, and anything that causes inflammation, because inflammation can be a major energy zapper. Foods packed with antioxidants like all those colorful fruits and veggies can help protect your mitochondria from damage. Some studies also suggest that foods rich in polyphenols can give autophagy a helpful boost. And finally, stress reduction and mental health. Chronic stress, it's a notorious energy vampire. It can mess with your sleep, hurt your mitochondrial function, and just throw your whole system off kilter. Bringing things like mindfulness, meditation, or even just some deep breathing exercises into your routine can really help lower stress and support your body's natural ability to produce energy. And don't hesitate to connect with support groups or talk to a professional if stress or your mood is getting you down. It can make a world of difference. These lifestyle tips all work together. They help create an environment inside you where your cells can efficiently clean house, churn out plenty of ATP, and ultimately give you that sustained energy you're after. In 2025, technology is also playing a bigger and bigger part in how we manage and understand our energy. Wearable gadgets like smart rings or watches are getting pretty sophisticated. They can help us track our activity levels, sleep quality, and even things like heart rate variability in real time. This kind of data can be gold when you're trying to pace yourself effectively, helping you spot the early warning signs of overdoing it before you completely crash. Imagine being able to see actual data on how different activities or your sleep are affecting your energy. Telehealth is another tech helper that's making healthcare easier to access. If you're dealing with ongoing fatigue, being able to connect with doctors or specialists remotely for check-ins can cut down on travel stress and make it simpler to stay on top of your health plan. Also, it's really smart to stay in the loop about new treatments. While those lifestyle habits we talked about are your foundation, science is always moving forward. Keep an eye out for updates on things like ATP-based therapies and more research into autophagy boosters like rapamycin. As these treatments get more proven and possibly easier to access, they could become extra tools in your fatigue-fighting kit. Personalized medicine is also on the horizon. Think diagnostic tests that could one day help figure out who might benefit most from certain new treatments, tailoring things to your specific biology. Definitely talk to your doctor about these advancements. Ask questions about new treatment options or whether clinical trials might be a good fit for you, especially if you're dealing with something like ME/CFS. By mixing smart lifestyle choices with clever use of tech and staying open to new medical insights, you can put together a really solid plan for getting your energy back. The journey to all-day energy, especially as we look at what 2025 is bringing, isn't about finding one single magic fix. It's about understanding and tapping into the incredible power that's already inside your own cells. By focusing on making cellular cleanup, like autophagy, better, and boosting how much ATP your mitochondria make, you're getting right to the very roots of your energy. These aren't just fancy science terms, they're things you can actually work on. The power to beat fatigue is more within your reach than you might think. Why not start by trying out one or two of the lifestyle strategies we talked about today? Which one feels like it could make the biggest difference for you right now? If you found this information helpful, please give this video a thumbs up. It genuinely helps the channel grow. And don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss our next exploration into future forward wellness. We'd love to hear from you in the comments below. What's your biggest energy drain at the moment? Or do you have a go-to tip that helps you boost your energy? Sharing your experiences can help everyone in our community. Thanks so much for watching, and here's to a more energized you.